Hello everyone, this is Achilles from I Hate Media, and today I was wanting to do a little Valheim tutorial video and show you how to build a basic house. After that I was going to take you on a little tour of this world I built for my friends and I, and that's pretty much the gist of what we're doing today. So I'm going to find a nice place to build this house. Oh, and also real quick, I am working on a longer Path of Titans video. I'm not sure exactly when it will be done, but that's next on the agenda. So, I'm gonna go find a nice place to build this house and show you how I build my basic houses. See you in a sec. Alright, I think I found us a good spot. This is my little mountain outpost. We have a portal that takes us here, but this is another little design that I made up. I really like this one. The house is kinda, looks like a hobbit house. Anyway, let's get started on our basic house. So the first thing you're gonna need is your hoe. Pull that out, we'll just start leveling this ground. Get yourself a nice little big area. You can level it all the way if you have a pickaxe. If you haven't unlocked a pickaxe yet, then you will need to use the hoe and kind of go around with that. But this kind of looks like it might be correct size. Level it off a little more. Alright, pull out your hammer. You want to right click, go over to building. First thing we start off with is a workbench. The workbench lets us craft or build stuff in the area, so we'll just throw that right there for right now. Once you got the workbench down, we can go over to buildings, pull out our wood floors 2 by 2. Now, I'm kind of a stickler. I like to straighten everything up, make it the right way, but you don't really have to. It doesn't really matter if it's sticking in the ground, we'll fix that later, but you just want to start putting those down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you just want to make it 5 by 5. 3, 4, 5, and we'll just go ahead and fill in the square. Alright, now our square is filled in. Now a little important thing, one thing that I like to do, because I kind of just hate floating stuff in games in general, is you can pull out your wood beams, kind of put them on corners connected. It adds to the stability of your building also. So it's not just for looks, but we can go ahead and throw it there, and that's connected to the ground. But we have our 5 by 5, and we can take this dirt. You might be able to do it with the hoe. If not, you will need to pull out your pickaxe. Just kind of give it a little tap. A little tappy tap. Alright. Got ourselves a relatively clean square. So now the next thing that I like to do is go ahead and middle mouse click and remove that very middle square. You can also remove the workbench. And then move the workbench into your floor. So we'll just go ahead and set that right there for now. And then inside of that hole, we can place, oh, I guess we need 5 more stone. Okay, we'll do that in a second. Not important. But we can also go back to our building, pull our wood poles out, and make a little bit of a square right here. Put on each corner of this hole, because this is going to be our fireplace. You need fire to be able to sleep. So now, pull out our wood floor, or wood walls. Full wall, let's go ahead and start bringing it all the way around. You want a little square, just completely enclose everything. If you have to get behind the workbench, just go on the other side. But we'll just make a complete square. Now the only thing is this middle one right here is going to be where the door is. Now there is an actual door, but I hate it. I like the wood gate. If you choose one wood gate, it's basically a door and you're not hitting your head off the headboard every time. So we got our door right there. If there's a little gap, I like to sometimes put stairs there. It can make it just easier to walk right in. And there we go. We got the basic frame of our house. So let me collect some stone real fast. We just need 5. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and we'll place our little fireplace. I'm using all basic tools and everything. Everything you can gather before the first boss. The only thing is, if you want to clear the land a whole lot, you need to defeat the first boss to get the pickaxe. You need the hard antler. But now, you see, we kind of got our house going. There's a little Grage Wharf right there. Come here. I missed them. There we go. But now we can go on the outside, go back to building, pull out your thatch roof 45 degree, and just put them on all sides right here. Bring it all the way down to the floor too, as low as you can put it. Alright, that side's good. Then we'll come over here and do the same exact thing. This one won't need as many though. It's like, yep, just one. Now we can go ahead, go back to building, and we'll want our 45 degree angle wood wall. And we can just kind of line that up. Sometimes it can be weird to line up, but there we go. And we can bring those all the way up this side. And then you can see it's like a puzzle. You just fill these pieces in. You can use half walls if you want also. Not as much wood, but not a huge difference either. Alright, now we can go back on the other side and do the exact same thing. Looks like we will need to gather more wood, so I'm going to go right here. So we had 175 to start off with, we're down to 1. So I'd say you probably need to gather 350 to 400 wood. So I'm going to get about 150 more and be right back. Alright, we are back, and I have just about as much wood as I can hold. But we'll see if that's enough to finish this up. But now that we have our... Actually, did we get the other side done? I can't remember. No, we didn't. Okay. So we'll go back to our 45 degree angle. Bam. Bam. And... Bam. And then one more. We actually might not be able to do this one unless I cleared it, but why would I do that? Rather have an opening than nothing. So we can just go ahead and walk back inside, or if we can go over, and we'll just bring this until they meet. I think you can put up about one more before it needs support, like right there, and that's all we need. Everything goes off support, so if you build too much without building the base up a little, it'll fall. Now it's starting to come together. Finish that up. We have a Grage Wharf outside because they don't like me having fun. Alright, now you can start to see it coming together. We'll add another layer of this up there. Oh, a boar wants to attack me. That's what's going on. Run all the way up to the top. Do a little balancing act right here. Pull this one back out. 1, 2. Come over here, do the same thing. 1, 2. I like to add a half. Let me up. Half, half. And then from there, you can do any way you want to put a roof on it. You can either do this, and it'll kind of come together a little weird. But you do need a little bit of ventilation or else the smoke will suffocate you. So keep that in mind. Ah. We can come back to that. For now, we'll add this. So to add the rest of the roof, I find it's easier to build the wall up. Go back to our 45. Wood wall. Bam, 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 bam. You can see exactly what needs to go there. Then we do this. We can leave a little opening right there. The best way to close them, in my opinion, is this little X. Just looks better. We'll put a half wall. Yeah, half wall. And then a full one. Yeah, there it is. See, it's like a big puzzle. And then we add our X. Bam, now you can see how the roof kind of has that even slope. Looks really nice. Then we just do the same thing on the other side. We can also walk up here and start to put the cap on the roof. You just get your 45-degree angle roof, put that there. We'll destroy these, because I don't know what I was doing with them. Put that there for a second. You will suffocate if you keep stuff over your chimney, so that's what you want to watch out for. And that there. Maybe even add another half, give it a little bit more clearance. Alright, bam. I like to kind of put these on too. Like you'll do this, line it up so that way it kind of looks halfway decent. And then bam, you got yourself a chimney that works. You can keep that fire lit when it's raining. And we just got to finish this wall up and we're done. So we'll just go ahead and fill it in. Ah, so bam. Come on. There you go. That's how you build your first, like, basic real house. If you're sick of living in lean-tos and stuff like that, this is a real basic design. It's one I use pretty often. It'll keep your fire going for you. Stay in here, stay real warm. You can throw a bed around. You got some options for expansion, like I'll show you later. But yeah, that's basically how you build your first house and survive. I like to also throw little walls, like here, kind of prevent you from walking into it on accident. Give yourself a little bit of clearance. You can close that gap any way you want there. But yeah, just under 400 wood for this design, but you can fit pretty much everything you need in the early game. Build a couple of these for you and your friends in a little circle. Not too expensive. As you see, it didn't take too long to build. Alright, well, now that we have that, I'll begin showing you my world tour and show you some of the other builds and options you have. This thing is actually huge. I have built and I've built and I've built. So I hope you stick around. If you've made it this far, be sure to like and subscribe. But let's get started on the world tour. Alright everyone, here we are at the main gate of my village. Now I've built just about every single house here. A couple of my friends have added on to the houses, but the basic house I just showed you how to build, when someone joined I would build one of those for them, and then it was kind of up to them to design it how they want. This is my current project. I haven't gotten around to finishing it yet. Just putting a little roof on this bridge. Takes us across. We got a path that leads off to actually the mountain base. You see that's up there. But let's walk on in. So as soon as you walk in to the left, we have this giant watchtower. Kind of use this to spot giants or anything when there's raids. Anything walking over the bridge, you can shoot with the arrows. Get a good overview of it all. You can see this is absolutely sprawling. Built this wall all the way around it because the first base we built got absolutely demolished by trolls during a raid, and these walls actually do a really good job of keeping stuff out. At the very least, it slows them down. They can't get straight to it. Over there's one of the houses. I got kind of lazy with the chimney, don't judge me. But here's our main base of operations, the workshop. It's where we craft all the tools and armor, stuff like that. Got a big old hearth here, we cook. There's all of our benches. I went through and organized everything. Go ahead and separate some stuff. There's some wood in here, you know, keep it all organized. We've got our crafting materials. Good old workshop. Most of our time spent in here. Over here, this is the first house that was built in this village, and it was my original house. As you can tell, this is where I first perfected the design. Throw some furniture in there. You can make the floor a little bigger. It's customizable. Got a little chair, nice little Christmas tree. Throw some presents under there. You know how it is. Chests, bed, potential of the basic house. Throw a little flag on the outside. There's another one of the basic houses. This is Raggy. He has not done a single thing to it since I built it. So that happens. This is how we get around the world, our portal room. It's actually one of my favorite buildings I've built too. I had an idea to build it into the ground, and one of our boars kind of got stuck, but he'll make its way out eventually. as we walk in here, see you got two little campfires here, cartographer table, record my discoveries, and we got all of our portals. This will take us all over the world. There's that boar. But yeah, this might actually be my favorite building in the entire village. I just like how I built it into the ground. Tyler's house right there, and I built another watchtower. And for our last building, this is actually the largest building I've ever built in Valheim, and it's my current house, and also we use as like a town hall. We got a front door here, and also there's a back door. You can take up the roof. But I had the idea to separate everything into different rooms, and it worked really well. So I like to keep a forge in here, throw a little crafting table. You need multiple crafting tables for this big ass building. Got another crafting table. The attic, that's where I sleep at. Christmas tree, big old hearth with a bunch of cooking. My throne, I like to sit here and ponder. Then the armory and the treasury. We keep some gold and some stuff here next to the throne. Treasury, that's 999 gold. Another workbench. Oh, cancel that. And here's the armory. Keep our trophies, some extra weapons and armor and tools. Haven't decided what to put there yet. That's it for the main village. Besides my bed. There we go. Nice comfy bed. And a nice comfy hot tub. Now we can head on through the portal. Like, this is the trader. This one's mainly here because when you first spawn into the world, you spawn at the trader or at the altar. So it's just easier to have a portal right there. Come straight home. Got all of our bosses here. We only need two more and we're done. We tried to fight him, and he is actually really hard, so we're doing some more grinding. Yeah, this is where we keep the trophies. Little altar. Now let's head on back. Next up, this is the mountain. This is where we just built the basic house at. And I'll just show you a little project I did up here to make things a little easier for us, because it took a lot of work. But this is probably my favorite design of the house that I've done, besides the really big house at the main village. You know, it's got nice sloping roofs. The roof comes down. There's a little porch. I don't know, I just really like it. It's very quaint, cozy. Out here, this is where we can keep a locks or whatever, if we can ever get one. But up here, I took my pickaxe. So we had a boss to fight, or there's a bunch of silver up in here that we needed. So we kept on having to sprint all the way up this mountain. And I got tired of it, so I made this little Skyrim passage, and we'll just do a little time lapse of how long this passage is, because it took some work. And now we're at the top. That was all done by me and a pickaxe, because I got tired of sprinting up the side of the mountain. But we'll move on to the next place, which is our little plains base. Alright, we've just arrived at our plains base, and this is it. I really need to do some tender love and care to this place. We have a bonfire, that's pretty much the only noticeable thing. We like to grow some crops here. There's certain crops you can only grow in the plains, so this is really the only reason this plains base exists. Over here we try to tame a lox, and yeah, it worked pretty well. But that'll essentially cover the whole entire world that we've done. I'm missing a few little things and stuff we don't have portals to, but basic gist of all the big builds. And you see how modular that little base I showed you is? You can really do anything. The more you upgrade it, you can make it look really good. But that's basically the gist of it. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want more Valheim content. If you need any help with games, let me know. I'll be sure to do a video on you. And if you want Path of Titans, be sure to subscribe. Watch out for that video. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.